Alright guys, I'm back and I took my sweet time. I know you just waited for like 1 second, but yeah, I was examining the board very carefully and it's really amazing. I mean, it's as big as a extra large pizza box or something. It's very, very big and comes with tons of equipment, not equipment, features and stuff that you probably wouldn't find in a normal motherboard. I should just say, a normal ATX motherboard would end sort of like here, so from here to there, and this extra bit is just to accommodate the everything else, the extra CPU socket, MOSFETs. It's it's quite something, isn't it? Now you have 7 PCIe slots, and this is the only board that I know of that can do a quad SLI and run all 4 graphics card at a full 16x. Now even the new LGA 2011 motherboards, they only have 40 lanes of PCIe. So basically, if you put 4 graphics card in there, the best scenario you can have is run all of them as 8x, which isn't really a big deal, but you know, having them run at full 16x is just, it's a pretty amazing accomplishment. And that's only because it has 2 CPUs. The thing, if you want to take advantage of having 4 PCI Express slots all running at 16x, you need to have 2 CPUs because each of them, I believe, provide 36 lanes of PCI Express. And I know I said PCI Express like 50 times, but yeah, I need to make that clear. Here you have the beautiful, it's not brushed aluminum, but it's a aluminum heatsink with an EVGA fan. I'm not sure how loud that's going to be. I'm probably not going to find out since I'm replacing this very quickly with the water block I bought, which I still haven't made a video of it yet. It's from EK, and I got it from Aqua Tuning. Yeah, awfully lot of stickers, awful lot of stickers here. One says, I probably can't read it, but what it says is basically you're supposed to remove this and connect the PCI. It's a 3-pin, 6-pin PCI Express power connector, which you normally hook to your graphic card, but this one needs an additional oomph to run extra GPUs. It says if you're running multiple GPUs, make sure you connect that one in. This sticker, which is awfully loose, as well as that one. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. Tells you that if you do an extreme overclocking, let's say LN2, liquid nitrogen, or liquid helium, or dry ice, if you're gonna crank the voltage up to 11, you need to remove those and actually connect. It's another, I think, yeah, 3-pin PCI Express connector. Normally, you don't need any of those ports, but yeah. Also got 12 memory slots and 8 SATA ports and 2 more at the back. Those red SATA ports are serial ATA revision 3, 6 gigabit per second, as the black ones are the old revision serial ATA 2, 3 gigabit per second. And you got your BIOS switch here, which you can select the BIOS in case you don't want it got corrupted during overclocking or BIOS updating. You always have a backup. Power switch, reset switch, and clear CMOS button, as well as your onboard speaker, which I'm not really a big fan of. What else is there to talk about, really? You got your debug LED, and this is basically, you can get a from EVGA or somewhere else. It's called EVGA ECP. I think it stands for EVGA overclock control panel or something, and you can hook it up to, let's say, front of your case, and you can disable graphics card, or reset and power it on. Or I haven't actually got a hold of, so I'm not sure exactly how they work. But this version obviously doesn't include one. You have to purchase one separately. There's some other. Oh yeah, very good. These little jumpers are, well, basically they disable and enable physically the PCI, not physically, well, electrically, the PCI express lanes. So in case you got a multi-GPU setup, let's say you're on quad SLI or quad crossfire, you just move these jumpers around and you disable a single card. This is basically for troubleshooting. If your system's not booting, you suspect that one of your graphic cards have died, you can manually disable it here so you don't have to pull everything apart. That's a very good feature. Yeah, what else is there to talk about? Just letting you guys have a better another look before I take the heatsink apart. Oh, and if you want to see the back of the motherboard, I'll treat you. Yeah, backplate, another backplate for the CPUs, obviously. I'm not an electrician or some. I have no idea, basically, what any of this are, except for the backplates that I mentioned. But as you can see, this is one of the few things I know. All PCI Express lanes, all physically linked for 16x. If you see, some of the boards don't really bother to save costs and basically time and trouble. They physically just disable half of it. Like you wouldn't see half the pins down here, so it would be an 8x. So if you see half of it is there in some other board, it's going to be run at 8x, no matter what card or what configuration you use. Some of them even have disabled till here. That would be, your card would be running at 4x, which isn't really recommended. It hampers performance pretty badly. So yeah, that's about it. I went over accessories, and yeah, I think that concludes this amateurish overview. Now, next up, I'll be unboxing the Enermax Max Revo 1350 80 plus gold. So stick around. Sorry guys, I thought I'd just give you a quick look at the connectivity at the back of the board, the input-output. And you can see your standard 8-channel audio, 2 gigabit LAN ports, 6 USB 2 ports, and 2 USB 3 ports, as well as a legacy keyboard, or I should say PS2 keyboard connector. Your reset switch, that's a clear CMOS switch. And what you can see, that port, which is weird, I know a lot of people haven't seen it. It's called the EVGA bot port. Basically, it's a device to overclock the motherboard remotely. You just basically plug it in like a USB port, and yeah, I've never had one, don't plan on getting it. I can do everything through BIOS. So yeah, that's your quick look. Now, back to the power supply.